All right, so I got a request yesterday in one of the comments, and I want to tell you something. If you do comment on a video and you want to see something specific, I'm going to try my best to, if I can at all, and it's not going to, totally interrupt my day, I'm going to try to accommodate that request. So here goes. I'm going to walk down to the other house, and I'm going to give you a tour. And then I'll come back up to the house that we're building, and I'll give you a tour of that as well. Somebody asked for a room by room tour, so that's what I'm going to do. So let's walk down to the house. This is just what it's like. It's a nice sunny day on a Sunday, and got the dogs over there at the side, got the chickens right there, and the garden's in front of me. My wife's right there carrying coffee cups up to the other house. We've got this to stop the water coming down the hill so fast. Let's poke it's not cleaned up, it's not for public consumption, but anyway, this is the, we'll call it the dirty kitchen. We call it the Bahay Kubo. It's not really a Kubo in the strictest sense, but it's made mostly out of bamboo. There's Lucky. Hi, Lucky. Lucky likes laying in the sun. That's a stray dog. I don't know where he's from. But anyway, let's turn on some lights in here. I think you can see pretty good. But in here, you walk directly in the door and to your left, there's a bench that's made. It kind of extends out. There's my oregano hanging up to dry. And you just kind of pan around here. We've got kind of a rough cut table with various fruits, and looks like some jackfruit and some pineapple and calabasa right there. And looks like they're getting ready to prepare lunch. They got some stuff chopped up, some fish, so it looks like some sabao, and even some dried fish. But overall, from left to right, you've got the bench, you've got the stove area, and you've got the sink. And this window goes inside the bedroom part of the unit. We've got electric fan out here. We've got some electronics, electrical outlets, a light there, and then I gotta have light. You get over to the stove, you've got a light even at night. It's really good. 10 o'clock in the morning. There's our temporary refrigerator. Got to be filled with ice every day. So let's go inside. Now this, when we first bought it, was dirt, so right here to the right, you walk in, it's all bamboo. It's just got a window that opens up like this, and it's open air. Now this was going to be the kitchen, and we decided to build a dirty kitchen on there, so this is going to be shelving and storage for people. This is a bathroom, and I'm not going to open that door. There may be somebody in there, and this is the bed area for the workers. And then of course they hang up their clothes in the inside because of it rains outside. So, and here's a little place. This is where the foreman stays. It's just a little bamboo teepee, we call it. And there's the dogs. They're barking because there's a dog right there. But when we started our first nights here, this is where we stayed. Hey, pineapple. Dog? Wow, more pineapple. Cool. But this is what it looks like from the outside. It's got a metal roof. I've got some gutters made out of PVC that go down to the back. And then I've got fresh water comes in from the well, and this is rainwater collection. So it comes down here and collects in there. And we will enhance and expand our rainwater collection efforts, but right now that's the way it is. We're going to walk down here so I can get this is the other side, that's the back side, this side of the Bahay Kubo. So let's go up and look at the house. So I'm going to give you kind of an outward view of the house. And remember, this house is still under construction. We're not anywhere near done with it, but we've got the basics. This is the right side of the house. And you see it's got the main roof, or the main part of the house, slants back, and we've got a little bit of rainwater collection back there, but not really enough yet. And then the front we put on a terrace. That started out as a 3-foot terrace, just to get get out there so we could see something when it rained and stuff like that. But it turned into about I think 13-foot terrace. Sorry, we'll turn it around here. That's the front of the house. We got glass doors put in like last week, maybe a week before last. They're pretty new. And we had a lot of dozer work done here yesterday and day before. So that's, you can call it a sunroom. I call it a rain room because I love to watch the rain. And then this week I had this pad poured for my motorcycle, and we could put the tricycle up there too. And then we have the dirty kitchen addition. I'll show you that in a minute. I didn't bring my hat, and so top of my head's getting a sauna treatment or something. Gonna be red by the end of the day. This is the left side of the house. That's actually the dirty kitchen. And you can see down here we had all this work done. A lot of leveling, a lot of trees removed, a lot of tree trunks. We've got lumber stored under there that we've had cut off the place just a little bit. So then that's like a hallway window, and then come around here, the frog flying by there. All right, so we're back around to where this house kind of looks down at that house. We call it Babat, that's down, and this is Sataas. So we'll walk in, or upstairs. This is our terrace, and of course it all can be enclosed with glass doors. And we had that roof, we kind of designed that on the house in Pavia. That's what they call long span on top, which is a good metal roofing. And then we put calci board, which is a fireproof, waterproof board, and then insulation on top of it. Between the long span metal roofing and the calci board is a layer of insulation, and then the C-Parlin is the support for it. And of course you can see we've got plenty of support. I mean, we've got concrete and rebar in this house like you wouldn't believe. But this is about 13 by 23, I think I'm right. And the house here is about 23 by 23, I think, the main part of it. But one of the best things I like about it is the view. You get all the doors opened up and you can see down that way, but out this way it's just beautiful. You know, any way you look, it's beautiful. Out the right side of the house, if you're on the porch, now I've kind of got this tarp here, so it kind of blocks some view, but you know, it's beautiful out here. I love it. We love it. So there's my motorcycle. That's one of my brother-in-law's motorcycles. So this was the main part of the house. We were going to put the glass doors. We were going to put some glass doors right here to keep us out of the rain. And I was sitting here one day. We're sitting here. This is where we do all our strategic planning on the pop hog. And I said, well, why don't we just close in the outside on the terrace? We like this open feeling, and then we'll get sliding glass doors, which that's like one of my wife's favorite things is to be opened up. And I wanted the breezes to be able to come through. So that's the idea on that. All right, I'll show you our, and this is not set up for iPhone movie or anything like that, or a studio, but it's just simple. This is how we live right here when we're out here on the property. And this is our bedroom. These walls are both what they call calci board, and there's insulation on both sides. And then of course it's concrete all the way around, and then another calci board wall right here. We had the windows put in. That's a sliding window, and I've got a portable air conditioner, which really does great. That's not the long-term solution, but we had that sitting at the house in Pavia for like 5.5, 6 years already. But we're going to put in a ductless mini split up here on top eventually, and then we'll go. But we've got a nice, comfortable place to sleep. It's a good mattress. We need a little bit of storage in here, or shelving, to kind of keep our stuff up off the floor. But you know, it gives us a place for privacy, and you know, we can. You know, if I need to do some video work, I turn on that air conditioner and I shut the door, and you know, I can kind of establish my base in here as far as video editing and stuff like that. So yeah, but it's very basic up here, and that's okay. I mean, everybody talks about getting back to a simple life and simplicity of life. You know, they want to kind of get back to that, and I agree with that. That's why we have a garden. That's why we, you know, wanted to live out in the country, and we got a city place too, you know, in Pavia, and we got a place back in Missouri. But yeah, I mean, it's very simple, very country. In fact, we don't even have a shower. We do have a bathroom, but I'll show you all that. This is going to be our back window. And when you're looking at the back of the house, this is the window right here. So yeah. Okay, so this is the bathroom, and this is the part where I tell you it is really under construction still. Still got concrete floors, concrete walls, no shower, a little tiny sink, which we're going to change out. Got some windows, but it's pretty much open air, which I really like. And we've got a conventional toilet here, which actually works. And then we've got plenty of water coming out. Good cold water from the well. Floor, it drains. And we take a shower with a bucket. Basically, you fill up this bucket, and sometimes I'll bring in like a tea kettle with hot water. And once this is pretty much up to here, I'll pour water in there to get the temperature I want. Most of the time, we just take cold showers. But then you just take this and you take it over your head, and you dump it on your head, get all wet. And then you take a washcloth with some soap, wash yourself up, and then you've got water left to rinse your body off. And usually I hang a towel somewhere over here, and I'm ready to go. And it really takes a lot less time than a regular shower, uses a lot less water. I'm obviously gonna put a nice shower in there. I'm not sure whether I'm gonna put heat or not. I think I will, but because there's a few cold times out here where a little bit of warmth actually feels pretty good. So on to the rest of the house. And you know, we don't have really any storage. There's Lucky again. That dude, he's growing like crazy. But we have to stack stuff on the floor, and kind of gets to be what I consider a little bit of a mess, this stuff. Okay, let's look at the dirty kitchen. To me, this is a great part of the house. I just love it. First of all, we got windows to the front of the house where you can look out. You can see the porch. And then we have a door here, which we haven't got it put in yet. But like this, we're gonna have to put in a door frame like this, and then we'll put in a security door. And we're gonna do something a little lighter here. It may be a half door with a nice screen, so the air still comes through. And that's the main thing of the house, is the air coming this way and goes out the back. So, but all these windows slide. Even this is 6 windows here, but they all slide, so we can kind of have the open feel of the dirty kitchen. And then we've got concrete counter, stove under. The actual hole for the sink is under there. We don't have it yet. We haven't bought it yet, but we've got plenty of counter space there for just the 2 of us. We got our gas, and then we got 4 windows right here that open up and slide, and we've got 4 windows right there that open up. And this right here is our laundry area. We've got 2 faucets right there for doing laundry. We have a little bit of a step down right here, so and we have a drain back in the corner. I know somebody will ask about that, and we'll have to get a door put in there. And I think it's going to be maybe just like a steel door with steel matting. And we've got plenty of lights in here. You know, lights there. Outside, we've got lights. This is going to be a bathroom, just like for company, you know, so they don't have to come in to our restroom. And you know, it's nice to have a place like that where you can still have guests over, but don't have to invite them into the privacy of your home. You know, you have an entertaining area, so that's great. And so that's the way the house is, and that's the tour of the house. We've been working on it probably over a year, off and on. Sometimes we had one foreman that quit, and that was cool. I mean, it was a good move, probably for him and for us. Our current foreman's been here almost a year. Next month it'll be a year. So yeah, and things don't happen fast in the Philippines. If you want a fast-paced society, everything to work out just like you want it in a hurry, then Philippines is probably not for you. It teaches you patience being here, but it also helps you slow down and see the beauty of life. I mean, they say stop and smell the roses. Well, you don't really have much of a choice here. That's just the way it's going to be. And that's one thing that's taught me a lot, and I enjoy it here. We're going to actually go back to Missouri here in about 2 to 3 weeks and spend 3 months. So I'll still be producing videos. They won't be in the Philippines, obviously, but hey, I was glad to do this video. Somebody wanted to see a tour room by room of the house, and they may have meant this one, but I wanted to include the other one. That's where the workers stay, and we got full-time staff here. 7 days a week, somebody's here. If it's not them, it's us. And when we're gone, they're going to have to arrange, which it'll be okay. We've got 2 of my brother-in-laws and their wives and kids. You know, they work. The brothers work for us, so somebody will stay out here and keep an eye on the property full-time. But anyway, if you like this video, go down and make your comment, ask your questions. You can join the channel if you'd like to for a little amount of money. And if you want to do that, support the channel. If you're getting good out of it, do that. And I mean, it's very little money at all. So, and there are different levels that you can do. So anyway, this is Randall with the Philippines Project, and I'll see you next time.